Hello, this is our science fair project. We have done the effect of different acetic acid concentrations on weeds by David Holman and Jake Cohn, West Potomac High School.
Research question. Vinegar has time and time again proven to be an effective weed killer due to it containing acetic acid. Our goal was to find out what vinegar concentration kills weeds the most effectively based on the percentages of acetic acid in the vinegar. And that led to our hypothesis. If the vinegar concentration has a higher percentage of acetic acid, then the more effectively it will kill weeds.
We started the experiment by having 25 monkey grass plants potted and separated into 5 separate groups. The first group would not be sprayed with an acetic acid solution. The second would be sprayed with a 5% acetic acid solution. The third group with a 10%, the fourth with a 20%, the fifth with a 30%, and each one would be sprayed 10 times every day. After some time, we will make observations on which plant group is the healthiest and most effective. We'll also be judging the effectiveness of each acetic solution from their group plant conditions.
Diluting the solutions. So basically we had like 5 control groups. The 0% acetic acid control group, which we just fed water. The 5% acetic acid control group. 10%, 20%, and finally 30%. But the way how we got the 5%, 10%, and 20% acetic acid solutions was that we bought a 30% acetic acid solution and we diluted it with water to get more variation, more color in the experimentation.
Yeah, that's how we got each one. We diluted it with water. So this shows on day 1, they all look roughly the same. The angle does make the other ones look a little more yellowish, but they did all look the same, except for just we had a little tag for each separating it.
And here in the final plants you see there's, well, to be honest, there's no really different variations of it. They all kind of look the same, but in the 30% solution mix, you can definitely see change in that the green is definitely growing lighter, more yellow, with some browns eventually coming in. But for the most part, it kind of leans mostly towards green and healthy, which... Yeah.
So here's the graph with our results, and as you can see, they all started off at just fine because 1 was very healthy. None of them exceeded 3 out of 5, and they only started to get to 2 at around day 7, and then the 30% got that around day 7, and then around day 13 was when 20% did, and then a lot more went to 2 and 3 by day 16.
Results. The water control group and the 5% acetic acid solution group, they were pretty much the same, remaining at grade 1 for the entirety of the project. The 10% acetic acid solution group, they were first to deviate, going from grade 1 to grade 2 on day 13. And 20% and 30% acetic acid solution group, they were pretty much they kind of mimicked each other, going from grade 1 to grade 2 to grade 3 at very similar times at the same time.
So as you can see, the control group remained pretty similar as to how it was at the beginning, but the 30% was a lot more yellow, had some brown spots. It was definitely, this was even without any water, but the control was very hardy. It stayed the same.
The acetic acid interpretation of results. The acetic acid did have an effect on the weeds, but it took a high amount of 20 to 30% solution mixes and weeks of spraying to really have an effect on the weeds. Another problem was that we kind of used monkey grass as a weed, and monkey grass is notorious for being really resilient towards commercial grade herbicides and such. And the fact that we made weed killer our own homemade weed killer may have mixed results.
In conclusion, a higher vinegar concentration works better as a weed killer than a lower concentration, but it's still not very effective. Acetic acid is not a viable weed killer because you have to use a high concentration to spray the plants many times for it to be effective. It's better for the environment than some other commercially available weed killers, but people will probably not use it because of its drawbacks. So these are just our sources that gave us our ideas for some experiments. Gave us a lot of background knowledge. We used it for our literature review and our research plan. And it showed how vinegar could work as a homemade weed killer.